Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. And it's the FA Cup tie today, and after the FA Cup, it's the big one. It's Real Madrid. I mean, the next week is gonna be gruesome. Real Madrid, Newcastle United, and then Real Madrid again. So I mean, it's gonna be an exciting week. It's gonna be a very important week. I mean, Nico Gonzalez is very interesting. Okay, I know he's given the debut to Victor Rees, that's fine. And one of the reasons is because he maybe wants to protect John Stones, he wants to give rest to Akanji. Victor Rees is not in the Champions League, so that's understandable. But Nico Gonzalez, I think the fact that Nico Gonzalez as Pep has named him in the lineup today, it just means that Nico Gonzalez is going to start against Real Madrid. I cannot see a picture, I cannot see a theme wherein Nico Gonzalez does not start against Real Madrid. I mean, if he doesn't start against Real Madrid, we are again going over what and running the risk of what happened against PSG. If Nico Gonzalez doesn't play against Madrid, we are running the risk of what has happened against Feyenoord, what has happened against Club Brugge when Club Brugge just cut through us. I mean, all of the seven matches, the Champions League. I think maybe Rodri was there for the Inter Milan one. I don't remember, but all of the matches without Rodri, especially in the Champions League, we struggled against every team. Feyenoord, Club Brugge, PSG. You bloody name the team. We struggled against them. Maybe not against Slovan Bratislava, but in general, I mean. So for me, it's not negotiable. Against Real Madrid, you cannot imagine doing anything in that tie without a Nico Gonzalez. So I'm just looking at this lineup and I'm thinking, who will start against Madrid? I mean, there's a question mark. Ortega, Ederson. But that's the thing. Let us assume Ederson starts. Ederson, and then I think Diaz starts, Guardiola starts, Akanji right back, John Stones partnering Ruben Diaz. I think that's a back four along with the keeper against Real Madrid. I'll tell you the front three and then we'll come into the midfield. The front three will be Haaland, striker, Marmoush on the left, and Phil Foden on the right. Non-negotiable. The back four is non-negotiable. The front three is non-negotiable. Now the midfield, here's the question mark. And he's obviously not playing Gundogan because I cannot expect Gundogan to play today and then play again against Madrid after 2 days. Gundogan ain't got the legs for that. So you can comfortably sit here and say that Ilkay Gundogan doesn't start against Real Madrid. That leaves you with the option of I mean, for me, I'm seeing Nico Gonzalez as your DM, and then will it be Kovacic or Bernardo? I think that is one choice. Either of the one starts, and I don't have a problem who starts. I maybe would prefer Bernardo Silva starting just because of his ability to get through those tight situations, just because of his pressing ability and stuff. Uh, and I think attacking midfield De Bruyne starts. I think Nico Gonzalez and De Bruyne against Real Madrid are non-negotiable. There's only a question of will it be Kovacic or will it be Bernardo Silva. I think that's the simple thing about the Real Madrid this thing. I mean, I'll be fuming if he starts a midfield of Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, and Kevin De Bruyne. What's the use of watching the match if he does that? And I'm ranting early, but there is a chance that he could very well start a midfield of Kovacic, Gundogan, De Bruyne, and then put Bernardo on the right wing, say Foden onto the left wing. My God, that would be just destroying the team. I just hope he doesn't do that. And another concern for me here is, will he start Matthews Nunes in that right back position? Because if he starts Matthews Nunes in that right back position, that's I think Pep knows this. There's no way he puts Vinicius Junior against Matthews Nunes. There's just no way that's gonna happen. The thing here is, it's the fascinating thing about that. I will talk about this game, but the fascinating thing about the Real Madrid game is It's gonna be attack versus attack. It's gonna be goals. Their Rudiger is injured for them. Alaba is injured. Our defenders don't look to be in great form. We don't have a right back. It's going to be attack versus attack, which means when it's attack versus attack, the the scenario that decides games is who plays in your midfield. That is why I think Nico Gonzalez is could be the game changer because the counter press, the off the ball work. I mean, if I have to put down City's struggles into a nutshell, the off the ball work from the midfield has been poor. Bad season. You can sum it up in two things. That's all. Off the ball work from the midfield has been a shambles. Gundogan, not capable of off the ball work, ain't got the legs anymore. Kovacic cannot do off the ball work. Who is doing the off the ball work? That is a big question mark. And Nico Gonzalez provides you with that. Nico Gonzalez, that's right. And another thing about Nico Gonzalez is Nico Gonzalez, if you see his map of how he defends, he does not make tackles, does not make sliding tackles. Then how he defends is he's got an excellent counter press and an excellent positional sense. That means Nico Gonzalez, he anticipates danger. See, what's the difference between Kovacic and Rodri? Why is what's the difference between Gundogan and Rodri? They they're reactive, which means when the opponent breaks on you, that is when they get switched on, and then they go and then it's too late by then. But then when you look at Rodri, when you look at Busquets, when you look at Nico Gonzalez, when you look at the top DMs in the world, they're proactive. You look at Rodri, when the opponent when we lose the ball, Rodri immediately recovers it and we start another attack. Why is that? How many tackles have you seen Rodri make per game? Rodri hardly makes any tackles. He doesn't defend by tackles. Proactive. Rodri is very proactive, and that is the most important criteria. It will be interesting to see Nico Gonzalez on his debut here as well, how he does. And the fascinating thing is the ball will be with him most of the time. So it's going to be absolutely fascinating. Omar Barmos playing as a striker as well. Against Arsenal, that was de facto the reason why we lost. Declan Rice pressing Mateo Kovacic like there was no tomorrow. Kovacic generally doesn't lose the ball, but he was a second late and Declan Rice gets through him. We concede. That's how I think we conceded the first goal. And then he plays in a Kenji out of panic, and then lo behold, first goal conceded. Kovacic can carry the ball well under pressure, but when Kovacic has his back to the goal, can he protect the ball? See, being an excellent protector of the ball is different from carrying the ball and being press resistant. Kovacic in motion is very good, but look at that. Nico Gonzalez I think with Nico Gonzalez sitting there, I think Ikai Gundogan will go forward as well. I really love this midfield setup. James McAtee making those runs. Look at our back four. They're just looking like a bunch of schoolboys. Rico Lewis, Victor Ruiz, Nico O'Reilly, barely. All three of them are not even 20 years of age. Look at that Nico Gonzalez. If Nico Gonzalez plays against Arsenal, we win that game. There's no doubt about it. We absolutely win that game. Nico Gonzalez plays for us from the start of the Champions League as well. We finish in the top 8. There is no doubt about it. That's how much that midfield signing is important. I think they have got the right profile. I've seen a lot of people on social media say, well, he's a 6. Well, he's not a six. He's more of an eight. He's a hybrid. He cannot play a lone DM. Alex Varela plays the lone DM role for Porto. A lot of people are saying, but you just look at him. Just look at him that season when he played for Barca. You look at his profile, and then you see what Busquets is told. Busquets is told that 2 3 years ago. It's very difficult to find someone of my profile, but the closest I can see is Nico Gonzalez. Gautam is here. Gautam says, hey there, citizens. Hey Gautam, excited to see Nico Gonzalez. Why just is praying for no injuries today. Time for new signings to shine. Especially Nico Gonzalez. Especially Nico Gonzalez, Bayaji. And also I think Bayaji. mm, Uh, I mean about the injuries. I think hardly 2 or 3 players will play against Real Madrid. I can see Ruben Diaz play against Real Madrid. I can see maybe Marmoush play against Real Madrid. And that said, I think, and Nico Gonzalez obviously play against Real Madrid, I think. So that is again a tough call. So I think apart from 2 or 3 players, I don't see many playing against Real Madrid. All of the people who can play against Madrid are sitting outside. But yeah, no injuries, especially to Diaz. Gautam is saying no stream recently. Yes, Gautam, no stream recently. The last 2 streams, the Chelsea one and the Arsenal one. I think I did the Club Bruce one, and then I went out of station for the Arsenal game, and it was very bad. It was very bad. I was watching the Arsenal game in a sports bar and stuff, and it was very very bad. The where they sort of put the screening and stuff, and it was very very bad. There are a lot of Arsenal fans there. Why Jesus Nico looks more like a Gundo replacement than Rodri? Ah, with Nico Gonzalez, I mean, Nico Williams is coming. I mean, people are saying he looks more like a Gundogan replacement. I think when you look at his formative years as he came through La Masia, and also I think the 22-23 season where he played for Barcelona, you could see shades of Busquets in him. So I think Leyton Orient almost getting in. Rico Lewis does exceptionally well there. Wonderful defending there from Rico Lewis. I mean, for me, I think is more of a. I mean, the more I see him, the more I think he's more of that Busquets, you know, kind of a player where he's not very quick, but he can resist the pressure. His counter press is excellent, and his anticipation. He doesn't tackle, he doesn't slide tackle, he doesn't normal tackle. But the way he defends is anticipation. When we lose the ball in the final third, the opponents are counter attacking, he moves into positions where you can recover the ball back. I think that is an asset. I mean, when you look at that map analyzing his strengths, both his and Rodri's strengths align almost bit to bit. Yes, he can do the Gundo role as well. He can do the Gundo role, and what they're saying is in the last 2 years or so from when Barca sold him to Porto, I think he's more developed into that number 8 role where he makes those runs into the box and stuff. Jack Grealish on the ball. Jack Grealish, good strike by Jack. I think with Nico Gonzalez, it's very interesting when you compare to Rodri, because when Rodri came on, Rodri was a DM, and then I mean he's a DM still, but generally nowadays you see Rodri make those runs into the box, take on shots. You're seeing more and more of Rodri in that role. I think Nico Gonzalez is a parallel to that. Nico Gonzalez at Barcelona played the DM position, but at Porto occasionally played the DM position, but is evolved into more of a box to box player. So yeah, I think that is he is a Gundo replacement mostly, but the good thing is he can play alongside Rodri as well in a double pivot. It's a free kick for City, but was it a handball? We are struggling here, guys. We are absolutely struggling here. We are absolutely struggling here. The run was good. The run was good. There was a ball in into the box. That was a foul on Nico O'Reilly there. Bayaji says even Edison getting injured out of nowhere. What's happening this season? Bayaji, I think with the Edison thing, I think we all have to accept that Edison is nearing his time at City. Next season, I'll be very surprised if Edison stays here. I think next season Edison will leave somewhere to Saudi and all. I think we are seems that we are looking like Gautam mentioned earlier. We are looking at the Juventus keeper and also we are looking at Diego Costa. I think he plays for Benfica, Porto. I think he plays for Sporting, Sporting of Porto. I think Diego Costa, Savinho, Rico Lewis, Nico Gonzalez, Ruben Diaz. Gautam says Nico in the absence of Rodri can play his role and with him will play the Gundo role. Exactly, exactly, exactly. That is the point, Gautam. That's why I'm excited about this. A few people on social media were telling, well, Zubimendi, City should have waited and gone harder for Zubimendi. I know Arsenal got him, but in general, they were the feeling that we should have gone harder for Zubimendi. Now with Zubimendi, the thing is that's an excellent cross from Savinho to find Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish into the box. Jack Grealish, the outside. It's a corner for City. Now with Zubimendi, the thing is, Zubimendi cannot play box to box. I think is not that capable of box to box. So Rodri should have played box to box if Zubimendi was there. But I think with Nico, it's almost that Rodri comes, you put him as a DM, Nico can do that Gundogan role. So it's perfect, I think. I'm happy with this Nico signing. Gautam says awesome from O'Reilly. Yes, O'Reilly did very, very well there. By says Marmoush made several runs in Arsenal game, but our midfield went full blind more. All that momentum after Chelsea win was lost. I mean, even in that Chelsea win, I think Marmoush made great runs, but you spot on Bayaji. But we took until the second half to literally, find Omar Marmoush and his runs, and the person who was playing those balls to Marmoush was also KDB in the second half of the Chelsea game after KDB came on. I mean, with the Arsenal game, one of the things was Pep did not have a dedicated attacking midfielder. It literally was Foden moving into that attacking midfield role and then trying to play passes without KDB. The problem here is without KDB, who do you think is a creator? Who is playing that? Who has got the balls of steel to play that pass? Everyone's just playing sideways. Foden is not a passer of the ball. I mean, Foden is not a creative passer of the ball. Wonderful take from Savinho. So Foden is not a creative passer. Bernardo is not. Kovacic doesn't do that. The midfield looked dead. Against Arsenal, the midfield looked bloody dead. I mean against Arsenal, like you said, Bayaji, if you looked at the runs of Marmoush, Saliba and Gabriel were shit scared and they were marking Erling Haaland. Marmoush was free. Marmoush was making those runs from inside to outside. We did not attempt to play those passes. We did not find him. That's the thing. And also another thing for all of the people telling that Phil Foden should play in the middle. Arsenal 1-1. We made it 1-1. Guys, what happened after we made it 1-1? Phil Foden takes the ball on the counter attack from Arsenal's corner. And what does he do? Instead of progressing the ball, he passes it straight to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey scores. Within a minute, Arsenal were 2-1 up. They restored the lead. Those are the incidents why Pep doesn't trust Phil Foden to play in the middle, to be honest. That really got to me. Phil Foden giving away the ball like that, but against Arsenal, yes, no creative passer. The midfield was just dead. Countainia says, will Rodri actually return this season only? Just gave me hope because they named him in the UCL squad. The reports are Countainia that Rodri might be there for the quarterfinals. They don't want to rush him, but Rodri's update is that it's progressing very well and he could be on for the quarterfinals. So just in case, What a run, what a run, what a run, and what a. Oh! Shit, guys, shit! Shit, guys, look at what Ikai Gundogan has done there. Look at what Ikai Gundogan has done there. Look at it. Look at what Ikai Gundogan has done there. What the fuck, Gundo? What the fuck? Great run from Savinho, and what the hell? How do you? How? I mean, Savinho was so unselfish there. Savinho could have gone for goal. I mean, how do you even miss that? Even prime Raheem Sterling, a drunk prime Raheem Sterling would not have missed it. What the fuck was going on, guys? What the fuck? If I have to show you, if I have to show you guys some clips on what is wrong with the season, that one clip sums it all. What is wrong with the season? Foden giving that ball to Thomas Partey, Gundogan missing an open goal. All of these clips, Matthews Nunes against PSG when he jumped into Bradley Bracola. All of those things, just Nunes on Amad Diallo when he jumped and gave a penalty. All of those just sum it up. It's a counter-attacking chance for City. It's a counter-attack. Omar Marmoush. Ah, good tackle, good tackle, very good tackle. Why this is all Spanish midfield if we sign all Spanish midfield. If we sign Baena, the words would be a perfect addition. Why this is I don't want Rodri to be rushed back and get injured again. Exactly. I mean, if it's a quarter final or a semi final, I think that's when they'll maybe take the risk. But then if we had reached a semi final in with this draw where you had to play, Real Madrid and then either of Atletico or Leverkusen, if you can reach semi final, then I don't think there's even a need to rush back Rodri because if you reach that far without him, you can as well go all the way without him as well. That Gundo thing Gotham was prime Raheem Sterling. Remove the mask, Gundogan. Remove the mask. We can see Raheem Sterling beneath you. Remove the mask, Gundo. Remove the mask. Who are you, Gundo? Bayaji says that Foden mistake changed the whole game, collapsed again. We never recovered from it, Bayaji. We were on the ascendant 7 years absolutely well. I think it was Nico O'Reilly with a chipped up shot. But I mean, we lost the game 5-1, but 1-1, the momentum was with us. Arsenal under pressure. We could have honestly won that game. The Arsenal defense was shitting. Arsenal defense was sitting with the runs of Omar Marmoush. What I was thinking is, Pep, please introduce Kevin De Bruyne at the hour mark and Arsenal are done. At 1-1, Pep Guardiola should have introduced Kevin De Bruyne. The game was over. Kevin De Bruyne is a nightmare for Arsenal. Look at what Nico Gonzalez has done here. Look at what Nico Gonzalez has done here. Look at what Nico Gonzalez has done here, guys. Look at it. Look at it. How he anticipates danger. Look at it. Look at it. Look at how he anticipates danger there. Okay, the challenge was not clean, but it was okay, a bit of a tactical foul. But look at how Nico Gonzalez has anticipated danger there. That is what is missing. Imagine this with Kovacic. Leyton Orient would have been on a counter attack. Look at how Nico Gonzalez anticipated danger. Very good from Nico Gonzalez. Wonderful. Kadam says Gundo is done. It's so sorry to see him this way. Bayaji comes up with a new name, Gundo gone. Wonderful, Bayaji. Wonderful. Wonderful. Gundo gone. Wonderful save from Stefan Ortega. Wonderful save that is from Stefan Ortega there. But how is the striker running through one on one? How is the striker running through one on one of Leyton Orient? Nico O'Reilly in that left back position. That's a foul in City's favor. Gundogan. Superb name. Gundogan. I mean, it's interesting. Do we go for words in? I mean, one deal that we're going to complete in the summer is no pressure on the ball, no pressure on the ball. Okay, it was from a free kick, but still, directly you're allowing the diagonal pass to be played to the striker. One signing is for sure in the summer, and the signing is Andrea Cambiaso. Reports are the deal was almost done, but City suffered the defeat to Arsenal, and City spent the money that was, I think it was Ornstein or someone in the Athletic who wrote that. It's from a very reliable source. They wrote that the deal was to Andrea Cambiaso was almost very close, but after the Arsenal game, City spent the money available for Cambiaso elsewhere, which was Nico Gonzalez, obviously. So I think they say that in the summer Andrea Cambiaso will get a new right back in Andrea Cambiaso. The the interesting thing for me is who will come on in for that attacking midfield position. Who will play that attacking midfield position for City? I cannot see us buying a Florian Words. Neither can Madrid, of course, because Madrid already have Bellingham there. So that's an interesting thing for me. But the thing is, if Florian Wirtz comes, what will happen to the future of James McAtee? Chelsea wanted James McAtee for 30-40 million. This transfer window. Spurs wanted James McAtee. And Leyton Orient score! Leyton Orient score here. Stefan Ortega off the line and Leyton Orient score. What the bloody hell? Light and Orient score. What the bloody hell is happening? Light and Orient score. I thought that was a foul, but no VAR and the referee did not give it. But Light and Orient score. Was it Nico Gonzalez with a mistake? Who with who did the mistake there? Was it Gundogan or was it Nico Gonzalez? I think it was Nico Gonzalez with a mistake, but I'll have to see it back again. It hits Ortega and then goes in. See, there are some clips that sum up our season, and this is another clip. Ball hitting Stephen Ortega and then going in. Probably would go down as an Ortega own goal, but Leyton Orient won't care. Yes, it's an Ortega own goal. I think it was Nico Gonzalez with Omar Marmoush with a great one again. Jack Grealish, Omar Marmoush. Ah, what the fuck happened there? We're trialing 1-0 to Leyton Orient and then you're dreaming about playing Real Madrid in two legs home and away. This needs to be better. This needs to be much, much better. With all due respect to Leyton Orient, they're a bloody championship team in the third division. Jack Grealish does very well there. And Gundogan missing that open goal. My God. And this had to happen. Gundogan missing that open goal. What the fuck by Kai Gundogan? Well tried by Omar Marmoush. Great ball, great one. And now the keeper and now the keeper will waste time as well. Ah. Gautam says, please stop wearing this jersey. We start playing the city that used to wear this in the past. My God, Nico Gonzalez has gone down now. My God, what the fuck is happening? Nico Gonzalez has gone down now. What the fuck? 19 minutes, 60 million for 19 minutes, not a million a minute as well. My God, Nico Gonzalez has gone down now. I hope it's not a serious injury. Gautam says, good job, Nico. That's what we were missing the anticipation. Why? This says, Nico bought some much needed physicality. Him and Rodri will be perfect sitting in front of the back four. I think Nico's injured. I think Nico's injured, guys. I think Nico's injured probably. Bernardo Silva's coming on. My God, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, I think Nico Gonzalez is getting subbed off. I think. Yes, is getting subbed off. What the fuck is happening, guys? Yes, Nico Gonzalez is subbed off, and now we are. Yes, Gautam, that was a foul on Nico, but no VAR. I don't know why this is every game finding new ways to concede. Now we are left with this shit midfield: Gundogan holding, Bernardo Silva, and James McCarthy. I was hoping to see Nico Gonzalez for this game, but is subbed off. Now, what is the use of spending 60 million there? Of course, we didn't know that he would be injured, but that's offside. Leyton Orient, but what the fuck has happened there? Like, Nico Gonzalez injured. So, for that Real Madrid game, I think I don't know what we are gonna do. Was it a precautionary sub or was he injured? Gautam says, I think I didn't understand Gautam what you said. But I think but I just think maybe it was a precautionary thing. I don't know. Gautam says Madrid should beat this team and finish this misery now. Uh, every time you think there's no new way of us conceding or of us being shit, we find a new way of being shit. This is miserable. The season's miserable. I think when we lost to that Man United side, we should have understood how shit we were. Who loses to that Man United side? Crystal Palace defeated them. Fulham, I think narrowly lost, but most of the sides defeated them. That United side. Even Leicester yesterday should have. Were unfortunate not to go to penalties at least in that United game. Just think, this is horrible. This is absolutely miserable. Literally, the one person to whom an injury should not happen has happened. Nico Gonzalez. I think another player is injured now. Leyton Orient. What the fuck is this pitch? First of all, and Gundogan on top of that misses that open goal. Absolutely no creativity in the midfield. And now Leyton Orient will take their time, will have a shower, will have a sun bath, and after that they will come. That's a good diagonal ball there. Jack Grealish. Nico O'Reilly. The game is just going too slow. You literally need a Jeremy Doku for this game. I think you literally need a Jeremy Doku for this game. There's no fluidity in the passing at all. Jack Grealish, Nico O'Reilly, Ruben Diaz, Victor Ruiz, Savinho. We will get chances. It's if we take them or not. Nico O'Reilly again. Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is doing sod all. Jack Grealish is absolutely doing sod all and nothing. Gautam just losing to light and never thought this, but guess that's how shit we have been. And to compound the misery, Gautam, you have even lost Nico Gonzalez as well. Don't know what that injury is all about. Especially if it's just limped and is gone away. That injury as well didn't look good initially. My god. What a shit show, right? To start your Saturday evening, 5:45. Especially when you have someone like a Liverpool who could be with the chance of winning the treble and maybe all the four trophies or whatever. They are challenging your treble. It's not United's treble now. It's our treble as well. It's our duty to protect as well. So we need to be in this competition. Nico Riley, mate. What was that pass, mate? I don't know who's more shit there. Jack Grealish moving away faster. Nico Riley misplacing that pass. Gautam says La Masia fraud. It's the curse of the CDMs, Gautam. It's the curse of the CDMs. It's the curse of the CDMs. Do you remember that season when Liverpool won the Community Shield, I think? And then that was the end of Fabinho. Next time, whenever we do a watch along for the Community Shield, all of us will cheer for us to lose the Community Shield. The curse of the CDMs in the Community Shield. That's what it is. Bernardo Silva, James McAtee, what a ball. Jack Grealish, what the fuck? We are We're slipping and everything's happening there. Leyton Orient are breaking now. My God, if they score a second goal, the game's done. Nico Riley does well over there. Victor Reis comes out with the ball. He looked so comfortable on the ball, Victor Reis. I don't know why every time they pass into Grealish, it's not just Nico Riley, it's in Gundogan. Whenever they pass into Grealish, that's a great run, that's a fantastic run. But it's just not happening for us. We are putting the squeeze on Leyton Orient. Half an hour gone. Umar Marmoos trying his best. My God. Score a goal before the break. Gautam says, well, we lose this, then surely we will not play the shield. That's also true. But Gautam, this this match reminds me of not in the exact play style, but it somehow reminds you of that FA Cup game against Graham Potter Swansea. If you remember, Graham Potter Swansea, we were 2-0 down the end of the first half, and then we did a comeback to win that game 3-2. I think that was the season when we won all of the domestic cups. That was a header, that was close. Man, the keeper of Leyton Orient is down now. They are 1-0 up, and yes, there'll be time wasting. Gundo open goal, almost a open header here. Gotta take your chances, guys. Gotta take your chances. There should be at least 3 to 4 minutes of added time. Nothing's happened to the keeper. You obviously know nothing's happened to the keeper. Instructions. If you go 1-0 up against City, waste your time. Especially when you go 1-0 up against City, early time is your enemy. That's what the coach's instructions would have been. I think Pep needs to introduce Erling Haaland in the second half if this continues. The problem is not Marmoush, the problem is not introducing a striker. The problem is the midfield's creativity is shit. There's no creativity in the midfield at all. And there's no Edison as well to creatively find Marmoush. It's not like Leyton Orient have exactly parked the bus or stuff, so that was clearly a foul on Nico Gonzalez. The more you see it, the more you think. I mean, it's almost that if Stefan Ortega didn't go back, it would not have been a goal. It would have been a cash into his hands. How's your luck, Mr. Ortega? 33 minutes gone. 33 minutes gone, and you're 1-0 down to Leyton Orient. That's another foul. But Twitter is up very fast. Bernardo Silva, Nico O'Reilly. Nico, faster, faster, faster with the passing. We need to score at least one before the break, guys. What is that bloody passing around the back? Savinho does very well there. He's been the brightest player. Then you've got players like Gundogan who miss open goals. What do I even tell about them? Savinho, wonderful dribble there from Savinho. Ah, he misses the ball, but he gets it back. That's a foul. That's a foul on City. Ah, it's tense. 10 more minutes to go, plus probably 3 4 minutes. Added time at the most. Omar Marmousud, please, can you please take the free kick? I want Marmous to take it. I don't want Savinho to take it. He's a free kick specialist. I've seen him score in Bundesliga from ranges like this. Yes, the referee's blown the whistle. And what the fuck was that? Kaunanya says, in hindsight, do you regret signing Gundo back? That's that's a corner. I'll tell you after this phase of play. What the fuck? Jack, pass it! Ah, the ball just refuses to go into the net, and that's a counter attack. Bernardo Silva. Coutinho, I think that's a very harsh question to answer in the context of the season because Gundogan was signed back to play as an attacking midfielder. Gundo's best was when Rodri was holding, and then he had the license to go into the box with Kevin De Bruyne, and both played as box to box play as attacking mates, right? So the idea was from Pep, we have Rodri, we have Kovacic. So Gundogan could be the third holding option, and Gundogan could be the option to play that attacking mid. He doesn't trust Foden in the center, so Kevin De Bruyne, you can have Gundogan, and you look at the season Gundogan was coming off. You ask a lot of Barcelona fans, and they say, "Why have you sold Gundogan?" Gundogan was the best playmaker in La Liga. He had the highest assists in La Liga last season. So, but due to how circumstances transformed, Rodri injured, Kovacic injured, Marmos with the free kick. Gundogan had to play that DM role. Didn't have the legs to play that DM role. And also, Pep signed Gundogan for sporadic roles. He would maybe play 20-25 matches in the entire season. Ah, Savinha with the shot. So that was Gundo's role, to be honest. But due to all circumstances went, I think Gundo had to play a different kind of a role, which is not his strength. And wonderful attempt by Bernardo, but good defending by Leyton Orient. So signing Mundo in hindsight was not bad, and there's no regret because in hindsight you cannot predict a situation where two of your DMs are injured. Cannot predict a situation where you bought Nico Gonzalez for 60 million and he's injured in 19 minutes. You don't predict situations like these, right? You know what we as a defense regret in hindsight? We regret not signing a backup for Rodri when Rodri himself was crying in press conferences telling, my body is not made for these many games and stuff. We regret in hindsight not signing a replacement for John Stones when you know that of his last 8 seasons, There's hardly been one season where he's fit. So those are the regrets. Regret also probably is not signing a KDB successor. So those are the regrets. The regret was never resigning Gundo. The run from McAtee was superb over there. Sorry, it was the run from Savio actually. Well timed run. Again, good block. Can we score a goal before the break? When the draw was made, you would have thought a nice and smooth Saturday evening. Bayaji says last 20 games, 42 goals conceded. Pep needs to abandon this highline shit. It's costing us every game. We are not able to create from the midfield as well, Bayaji. That is a main concern. Not able to create from the midfield. And Leyton Orient breakaway. Are they going to score a second? Just over. It should have been 2-0 Leyton. Sorry, but it should have been 2-0 Leyton. That's how shit we are. He's not offside. He has made the run from inside his own half. You're right, Boyaj, especially with no pressure on the ball. Why do you play the high line? I don't understand. Gundogan cannot counter press. Bernardo Silva is not at his physical best in terms of counter pressing. Look at that, losing the ball again. That's a free kick for Leighton. Bayaj's whole season is cursed. Every game, new headache. And every game, it gets keep on getting worse. I mean, Gundogan in a season scored what 15, 16 goals as well, I think. How can he miss that open shit? This this halftime is gonna be one of the worst half times I would say. With all due respect to Lighton, we should not be losing 2-0 to 1-0 to them. Ah, and a free kick as well. Every free kick, every corner, they're taking a minute or two. That's another frustrating thing. And look at it, Ruben Diaz is now fouling a Leyton Orient player. They will waste time in that manner. Why do you even care? Look at that, Ruben Diaz. What an absolute idiot pushing the Leyton Town player down. Just for time wasting, that's all. Very well defended there. Absolutely very well defended. James McAtee does very well there. Super from James McAtee. The ball's gone out. That's a throw in for City. Can we do something? It's the dying minutes of this half. Can we bloody do something? Savinho does very well there. It's a throw in for City. They're doubling up on him. There's no overlapping fullback. In hindsight, I think someone like a Josko Guardiol would be very useful, but you cannot expect Josko Guardiol to play every game. Shit passing again, absolute shit passing. Bernardo Silva not able to run. Nico O'Reilly. Good interception of the pass there. How many minutes will be added by Jesus Pep through this season when he decided not to sign anyone in the summer? Exactly. I mean, I don't know the reasoning behind that. Why would you not want to sign anyone in the summer? Especially when you know that you have squeezed this squad to a pulp with four titles. Nico O'Reilly, James McAtee, Ikai Gundogan. How many extra minutes? Six added minutes. That is good. Ah, you need Erling Haaland here. You need Erling Haaland here. You bloody need Erling Haaland here. I think Omar Marmoush, everyone knows, works well in dual striker system. I don't even know if he has played a single striker system at Frankfurt. DS 6 minutes. Jack Grealish with check passing. Grealish is finished, sell him. Grealish at this club is finished. Sell him or play him in the middle. Counter attack from Leyton Orient now. Why is this an elite club like City? We don't have any specialist fullback at the club as Walker is gone. And we knew this was coming. Walker's age is not like he's decided to go suddenly at 28, 29 in his prime. He bled is 34. You knew that the decline would actually come. And we still didn't sign. And at 32 years of age, I think it was last season and Walker was around 33, where we got an offer from Bayern for what, 40 million something for Kyle Walker. We should have just taken it because you knew if not yesterday, if not last year, this year there would be a decline. Savinho again, what a take! The ball will not go in today. The ball will not go in today. What the fuck, guys? What the fuck? That was clearly a goal. What the fuck? The ball just refuses to go in today. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Ah, we should have been 2 goals, 3 goals up. Look at the cross by Savinho. Marmoush, he did everything there. Ah, Baigis's last season, Walker had started to show he was declining fast. Not just last season, Bayaj, even in the Champions League final, which we played 2 years ago, Champions League final. Pep didn't use Walker, maybe except Madrid. Pep didn't use Walker anywhere. That was a clear sign you needed to move on from Walker. Ortega did well there. One last attack to end this half. But what was that from with Marmoush missing as well? Look at City's XG and 2 more minutes to go. Can you please progress the ball faster, Rico Lewis? Cardenas is like Arteta said, maybe it's the ball. It's funny, Cardenas, because Newcastle versus Arsenal, the Carabao Cup game, Arsenal were losing in the second leg, and all the fans were shouting at Arteta. Maybe it's the ball. It's the ball, Mr. Arteta. It's the ball. They were making fun of him. Ikai Gundogan. One more minute to go. Can we do something? Carve out a chance in a minute, or will they just keep passing? Vittori's, Ruben Diaz, Leyton Orient had just one shot on target, and that too from long range from outside the box. Bernardo Silva. That's a free kick to Leyton, and that's the half. Baiji says even on Nico signing, if they were thinking about paying release clause, then why not on the 1st of January? There was an interesting article on that in the Athletic Bayaji. What they told is Nico was he was on the list of City's targets, but Nico was not the first target. They say that City were looking at Edison, but Atlanta refused to sell. That's fine, they moved on fast. But but what the sources say is the main target of City was Manuel Locatelli of Juventus. City were trying hard for Manuel Locatelli of Juventus till the very end. And at the end, they when they realized Juventus told that he is unsellable, they realized that they could not get him. They signed Nico Gonzalez. So there was a list: Edison, Manuel Locatelli, Nico Gonzalez. Not a priority level, but a list based on targets of similar profile. And that's how we got Nico Gonzalez, the release clause. The idea was actually, people say is if City didn't get Locatelli, they say that City wanted to sign Andre Cambias, so the deal was very very close. And then you and then you go back in the summer to a DM. But that Arsenal defeat, especially 5-1, it just they say it just forced City's hand. And City knew that Cambiaso can wait till the summer. For me, I think both the right back and maybe true because Akanji can cover in that right back position. But at CDM, we were just bloody naked. Why this is Newcastle provided much needed solace after 5-1, and Anthony Gordon after that say after that said that it's time to be humble. He had a dig at Arsenal. JSK says, what a pussy life. Why this is so humiliating. At this rate, we'll need 4 to 5 more players in the summer. At least you need 3 more players. Cambiaso's coming in. That is one. And then you need a KDB replacement. I don't know who it will be. You need a KDB replacement for sure. And then you probably need a cover for Johnston. And you need a Gundogan replacement. So certainly, at least 3 people are coming in, if not more. Again, you might argue you got Nico Gonzalez who can cover for Gundogan, but I just think you need one more body in the midfield. And then Jack Grealish, you need to think about Jack Grealish. What are you gonna do about Jack Grealish? I don't know. Look at what he's doing today. He's doing dog shit. JSK says need a complete cleanup. I say sell all other players except Haaland, KDB, and Ruben. Marmos looks good. I think 3 4 players I think and will be set. I mean you just put Rodri in this team and suddenly I think we'll be competing for the title. Team's not bad. I mean you remove a CDM from any team and I think that's how bad it could be potentially. By this is why does Pep think any player can cover any position? Let the players remain in their natural positions. Sometimes I just think Ancelotti's way of play is better. He just says, "Go and play your game." That's it. Or Zidane mostly says, "Go and play your game." That's all. You know how underrated this tie was is that I'm watching it on Sony Live, and they're not even providing a commentary, a halftime analysis. The commentators and stuff, they're bloody playing United and Leicester match. So I think this was a given that everyone thought City would just crush Leyton Orient or something like that. What a disgrace with the score line. But I just don't know, even with Phil Ford and Bayaji moving Phil Ford into the left, moving Phil Ford into the against Arsenal, where did Phil Foden play? I think Phil Foden played somewhere in the left, I think, if I'm not wrong, which is useless. Phil Foden's useless in the left. Can only play either in the right or in the center. Phil Foden on the left is bloody useless, to be honest. JSK's KDB replacement we already have. His name is Claudio Echeverri. I mean, I know JSK, he's just coming in, but he's so young again, 18, 19 years. Can he really replace KDB? Again, a big question mark. I mean, if we are considering Claudio Echeverri, we might as well consider James McAtee or maybe even an Oscar Bob in that role because Bob played camp for the academy teams as well through the years. So we might consider them for the role as well. I mean, Claudio Echeverri, yes, is coming, but is coming from the Argentinian league. How long will it take to adapt? Lot of questions again. Can he replace KDB again? Big questions. Why Jesus Pep will ask Echeverry to play wide back? Even that is better. I think Pep will ask Echeverry to do Scott Carson's job, goalkeeper coaching, and play goalkeeper part time. By Jesus Ford and Bernardo Rico, all have been asked to play multiple positions at City. Especially Foden. I mean, you just look at the trajectory of Palmer. Just imagine if Foden went to another team, what would Foden become now? Any other team would have given Foden his preferred position of playing central. Look at what Foden did last season. Playing, I know I was angry with him in that Arsenal, what he did in that game. But if you consistently play Foden in a central role, look at what he can do, like what he did yesterday. Sorry, like what he did last season. He won you the league title playing centrally, and then you push him to the right, you push him to the left, you push him everywhere. Foden's done that mistake against Arsenal, but then Foden will improve if you play him consistently in the middle. Don't know what Pep has in mind. And in this match, it looks dead with Gundogan and Bernardo playing the midfield. My God, absolutely no creativity. I'm getting a headache watching Bernardo and Gundogan playing that midfield role. Absolute shite. Gautam says Nico injury update. Do you have it, Gautam? Do you have it? If you have it, please write in the chat. I've actually not checked. Nico injury update. If you have it, please write in the chat because I'm just pissed off with what's happened in the first half. I just cannot digest tell what happened in the first half. JSK says, and what am I more pissed is why that son of war fouled Nico over Gundogan. He fouled and injured Gundogan instead. It's luck. It's like they will not foul Gundogan, they will not foul Bernardo. They'll only foul the players that we need, like Rodri, Kovacic, Nico. Just don't understand that. Baiji says Omar also missing. Is it Pep? If we don't finish top four, then questions must be asked. Baiji, Omar Marmoush was making runs, is making run after run after run. Who is there in the midfield to play those balls? Who can play those expansive balls like Kevin De Bruyne? Omar Marmoush thrives on a creator. Omar Marmoush thrives on a creator like a Bruno Fernandes, like like a Kevin De Bruyne, like a Cole Palmer, like a James Madison. Who is playing those balls to Omar Marmoush? So I would not say Omar Marmoush. The reason here, I think it's simple. Bring on Erling Haaland, bring on Kevin De Bruyne, and Omar Marmoush will be there as well. Gautam says he's seated among Man City substitutes after being injured. Most likely precautionary, no ACL for sure. Fingers crossed, Gautam, fingers crossed, because anything can happen this season. Anything can happen this season. Imagine you buy a DM to replace a DM who's in an ACL, and that DM gets an ACL. My God, how is your luck? How well your luck can be. It is as good if City said we won 4 Premier League titles, will rest for a season and will not be competing this season, will come back next season. Even if City would have said that, it would have been much better rather than seeing this absolute shit. Baiji says Ancelotti sneaked in some pounds to injure City players. Even the pitch is not good. Regarding the Marmoush thing, Bayaji, I think Pep needs to play a second striker. I do not think Marmoush can play as a lone striker. Marmoush is not a lone striker. I just think it takes a whole other level of a thing to play a lone striker. Marmoush is not a lone striker, I think. He needs to be played in a two. Because Marmoush's strength is making those late runs, playing just behind the striker, and all of those things. Now both the centre backs are literally holding Marmoush there. That's not his strength. That's maybe the strength of Erling Haaland. There have been some strikers who were good in a two. It reminds me of Steven Govetic. It reminds me of Alvaro Negredo. Even Edin Dzeko. I mean, Edin Dzeko, at least at City, he was always good in a two. He went to Roma and became good in a one as well, but that's another thing. I mean, I think Omar Marmoush is that kind of a player. I just can't wait for the second half to start. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I just can't wait for the second half to start. Baez says we signed best informed striker in Europe, and he looks poor against a League Two team. League Three, yes, League Two team. Third division is League Two, right? Third division is League Two. Third division team, right? Midfield, Bayaji, it's the midfield. I don't know because you are shouting, I am shouting, Gautam shouting, JSK is shouting, midfield, midfield, midfield. From that fine note game, absolutely it's the midfield. And I know they signed Nico Gonzalez, but no attacking player in the midfield, no creativity in the midfield. You know what's the worst thing about this season? There are two absolutely worst things. The first thing is your midfield does not have the legs to run back. And also your midfield does not have the creativity to pass the ball forward to your striker. And your midfield does not even have the energy to do counter press. फिर क्या करेगा भाई फिर then what will this midfield do? What will this midfield do? No energy to run back, no creativity to pass forward, no energy for counter press. Then what the hell is this midfield doing? Why is there in a midfield then? Bloody play a 5-0-5. 5-0-5 will be much better. Gautam says Bob got injured in practice session, has some ankle issue. Again? Gautam, again Bob got injured? Wow, let me check his update. Wow. Again injury? My God, again injury. Yes, I've just checked. Again, he's got injured. My God. Bhai says PL Championship League One, League Two. Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right, Bhayaji. You're right. Yeah. JSK says Echeverry, my only hope to save top four. Nothing else expecting. JSK, the only reason we might get top four is the other teams competing for top four are all clowns. They're all absolute clowns. Newcastle United, Chelsea, both of them on the day can be brilliant, but then both of them do not know when they lose. Chelsea are like they can beat Liverpool and then they can lose to Leicester. Same with Newcastle. Uh, Kushanov is coming on. John Stones is coming on. Interesting. Kushanov is coming on. John Stones is coming on. Who else are coming on? Jessica says, and why the fuck we didn't send Conor Gallagher? Guy is carrying whole Atletico Madrid midfield because Pep thought we had Bernardo Silva. And both the similar profile players. The counter pressing from Conor Gallagher is just insane. He's a monster at counter pressing. But the only thing was, I think we had Bernardo Silva. That was the only reason. JSK says, just hope he doesn't end up like Reece James, by the way. Guy got injured again after playing 4 matches in a row. again, again injury for Reece James. Wow. Why this is Pepsi when Nunez so Madrid is right? But I would dread that. By Ajay, I would dread that. Please, please, no. I actually want Akanji as my right back. What DL Diaz Stones Akanji. Play cushion over at right back. I'm happy. No Nunez. The second half starts. What can we do? This was one of the most anxious half-time waits. They're sitting in a bloody mid block. They're not like high pressing and they're not even parking the pass as well. John Stones, Victor Rees. That's a foul. Who were the substitutions? Who were the substitutions, guys? Gautam says, I only fear one thing that if we get a transfer ban this summer, we are doomed big time with this midfield. That's interesting, Gautam, but I don't think we are going to get a. I mean, even if we are going to get a transfer ban, what City will do is City will appeal. Great run by Marmoush. City should score. Ah, I think if we get a transfer ban, I think because City can appeal, it means that we can appeal, stay the ban, we can buy players, and then worst case scenario is we could go to the into the ban. But yeah, a few people have a theory that City know that they're getting transfer ban, hence they spend in the summer. That's a throw in for Leyton Orient, I think. Why just as Nunez goes all the way, then decides to dribble instead of crossing. I mean, the less said about Nunez, Bayaji, the better it is. I don't have a problem with him going dribbling and then not crossing. The guy decides to jump into players. It's not he decides to jump into players with no pace. He decides to jump into players like Bradley Bracola, like the player at Club Bruce who had great pace. He decides to jump into players like Ahmad Diallo. Stay on the feet. Stay on the feet. Why this is Kushanov and Stones for Bitter and Diaz. Straight swap. It's interesting. Ah, Bernardo is playing a second striker almost. We are getting those balls in faster. You're getting those balls in faster. I don't know if Erling Haaland is in the subs, but we need Erling Haaland here. It's going ping pong here. By Jesus, yes, in recent games, Nunez commits too early and leaves too much space. What a ball that was for Leyton Orient there. I thought that was the second goal almost. Nunez, the interesting thing is, as long as he's on his feet, as long as he jockeys the opposition player, he looks like one of the best right backs around, especially defensively. But the moment he lunges in, you look at that United match, he looked superb throughout the game. I don't know why he decides to make that lunging challenge on Ahmad Diallo, and that's it. He lost his head. Spread the play, spread the play. Nico O'Reilly, already 4 minutes gone. How time passes so quickly, especially when you don't want it to pass. Jack Grealish, I think Jack Grealish is moving into a more central role. Omar Marmoush, Nico O'Reilly. No one makes that one. Ah, no creators in the midfield at all. Leyton Orient have the ball there. No energy to press the ball as well. Look at it. We're not able to get the ball of Leyton bloody Orient. 50 minutes gone, 5 minutes gone already, and City had, I think, one and a half chances. I won't say two chances. Come on, guys. Well, a question for you guys: which team is more city in a more cittier space right now, Tottenham or City? Great question, right? Savinho there. They're doubling on Savinho. He cannot do anything. He needs support. Why says at least play for your girlfriends or wives. Didn't any of you make any promise today? Jack Grealish gets a corner, but for whom, Jack? What will the corner do? What will the bloody corner do? What will the bloody corner do? Leyton Orient have had one shot in the entire game, that's all. I won't say City are, City are launching attack after attack, I'll not say that, but Grealish does absolutely very well. Ah, that's a goal kick. Why this is garbage watch, shit watch. Bayaji, what the hell? It somehow felt the same way against Arsenal, and it felt the same way against bloody Club Bruce as well. But this is a whole new different level of shit. Aga, champion, a team below the championship division. Can't we score one goal against them? That's a foul. Free kick for City. Jack, get up. Get the fuck up, Jack. This is. Nico Ryle is taking time. Nico, can I get your notebook, a pencil where you can plan how the throw in can go? What the hell? Substitutions for Leyton Orient, whatever it is their name. Already substitutions for them. Why this is why Jack wasn't bought on in Arsenal game? Absolutely no idea, Bhayaji. Why why Jack wasn't bought on in Arsenal game? Nowadays, I just don't know what Pep Guardiola is having on his mind. We think something and he does something else. Look at how slow Gundogan is, and Leyton Orient are orienting themselves very well in the defensive structure. Phil Foden is who is needed for this game, but Pep will not bring on Phil Foden, you see, until it is too bloody late. Stefan, get the ball forward faster. You need a Doku, you need a Foden. No, absolutely no pace in this team. It's all going too slow. Again a chance and well done by the keeper. Gundogan should have scored. Marmoush should have scored. And Ricolo scores! It's a deflection. I don't care. I bloody don't care if it's a deflection or how it went in. Because in the kind of shit we are in, anything does. If the ball falls from the Asman, I don't care. It very well could have been a football could have fallen from the sky. I would not have cared. I would bloody not have cared how the ball went in. I know it was a deflection for sure, but I don't care, and I'm sure neither do you guys. And it was a cushion of goal, I think. It was a cushion of goal, I think. Who was it? Was it Kushanov? Kushanov scores his first goal. Kushanov scores the goal. Kushanov scored, and Kushanov did not know that he scored a goal like all of us guys. I thought it was Leyton Orient player, but what a way to score your debut goal. By this is Rico's first goal since Crystal Palace draw. I think Rico was on a good goal scoring streak. I think right against Brighton he scored as well, if I'm not wrong. But but anyway, good assist by Rico. Cushion goal. Cushion nicely cushioned the ball into the target. What the fuck now? Leighton Orient are attacking us. Gautam says Kushanov first goal. By says, oh yeah, it's a Kushanov set. Exact. I think even Kushanov didn't realize it. I thought surely there was a deflection because of what the keeper did. But Leighton Orient on the attack. It's 3v2. It's a 3v2 great block. Fantastic block. It was by Kushanov, I think. Fantastic block again. We are on the ropes. Guys, we are absolutely on the ropes. Guys, we are on the ropes. Pahaji, we are on the ropes here. We are on the ropes. Ah, I just can't imagine what Real Madrid would do to us. Bias says no more Dufu's moments, please. Bring on Phil Foden. Bring on Erling Haaland. I don't know if Haaland's in the subs. I have to check him out. Gautam says Marmos has been poor. First touches are poor and decision making is also not good till now. Also, we didn't supply him enough, Gautam. I think yes, his first touch maybe needs to be better, but I think if you look at all the strikers, I think Mermo's first touch is not that bad at all. It's up there, 98 percentile. It's a free kick for Leyton Orient, and I just cannot watch. Ha! We missed it by this much. We bloody Leyton Orient bloody missed it by this much. What a corner that was. Sorry, what a free kick that was. That ball was almost nestling in the back of the net. This much. By this is every game there's a Santa Claus in the City team. Especially that Arsenal game. Arsenal did not deserve to win that day, let alone win 5-1. They did not deserve to win. A draw was the best result that day. Arsenal did not deserve to win that day. But we are Santa Claus, right? Santa Claus only gives during Christmas. What do? We give throughout the year. We are like the real Santa Claus only comes on Christmas festival. But at City we have an Indian Santa Claus. He's like Indian festivals. Salvar every throughout the year he keeps on giving. That is wonderful from Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis has by far been the best player there. Just his audacity to come in tough situations and collect the ball. Good defending by Leyton Orient. Jessica says, how the fuck was that a foul? That Jessica, there's absolutely there's no VAR, so the referee is like the answer to your question is a counter question. JSK, how the fuck was Harry Maguire's offside, which was a meter offside yesterday, allowed? Gotham says Nico will miss 20 days minimum, which means he'll miss the hardest part of our schedule, right? Because by the time he's back, let us take a month, he will take the hardest part of his schedule is done. I honestly think if we needed to have a chance against Madrid, Stones needs to play in that DM position right now. Otherwise, we are gonna get cooked by them counter attacks. Why is that not a foul on Marmoush? I just don't know. Why is that not a penalty on Marmoush? McAtee just missed it. Marmoush does very well there. Look at it. Marmoush does very well there. Marmoush is always looking for a second striker. You just look at what he's done. He set up James McAtee. Marmoush's first instinct is actually not to score, but his first instinct is to scan and look at look at the pace of Pushana over there. This guy can play right back. Just look at the pace of Pushana. They say in France he has pace more than Bracola and Osman Dembele. He is an Olympian. That's what they say. His sprint speed sometimes could be. That's a clear foul, guys. Why was that Marmoush thing not a foul? That's a clear foul on Omar Marmoush. Every time the ball is in Leyton Orient box. Right. Counter attack, Nico switch, Nico switch if you can. I don't think there was a switch on to be fair. Kushanov. Kusanov looks so confident. I don't know why that foul on Marmoush was not given as a penalty. I just don't know, but well defended there by Leyton Orient. This game is gonna have a scrappy ending. Can we score the second goal? The next goal will be so important. This is tense. This some probably would say this is FA Cup at its absolute best. Substitution for Leyton Orient. Uh, I think Pep needs to bring on Foden. Pep needs to bloody bring on Foden because there are so many chances from outside the box. Pep needs to bring on Foden. Still, my heart is racing. Still, it's. And every time, have you guys observed? Every time we go 1-0 down, Club Bruce, Chelsea, Arsenal, this game. I think it's the fourth game in a row we have gone 1-0 down. And every time you see we manage to make it 1-1. And except the Arsenal game, every bloody time you know what has happened at the end. City are playing it very slowly. Savinho has been absent in this half. They're all passing to the left to the Grealish side. Give it to Savinho. Kusanov, give it to Savinho. That is an excellent interception from Rico Lewis. Ikai Gundogan. Gundogan again. Kusanov. I mean, with the amount of energy Gundogan has spent, I cannot see Gundogan playing against Madrid. So realistic. So realistically, you're looking at a midfield of Kovacic, De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva against Real Madrid. Ah, Grealish should have continued his run. Marmoush was Marmoush thought that Grealish. The instincts of Marmoush are very good. I think he would be a great pair with Erling Haaland, playing Haaland in. I'm not quite sure of Marmoush as a lone striker. Marmoush's best role is just in behind the striker. Nico O'Reilly does very well there. Kusanov. Ah, what a pass there from Kusanov. Ah, just I think Marmoush could not get a feet on it. Kevin De Bruyne is coming on. I mean, I do not think we have seen De Bruyne and Marmoush play together since Marmoush has come, right? This is the first time. I just hope it does not take away Marmoush and put De Bruyne on. Kusanov is rapid. He's absolutely very quick. He's doing a bloody fantastic job there. Look at that. Runs are being made. McAtee is making runs. Marmoush is making runs, but no one's finding him. No one's finding both of them. Jagreelis. Keeper drops the ball, but Leyton Orient defender is there to clear. Stones. Who the fuck was that? Give the ball away. What the fuck? Who was that resting on the ball? Good. Nico Riley has taken him into a corner, and that's a throw in for Leyton Orient. Gotham says Stones, Diaz, Guardiola, Ake against Madrid. Ake is. I don't know how fit Ake is, Gotham, but I think the problem is the right back position. Stones, Diaz can cover centrally, and Guardiola, as we know, left back. The problem is, I think we need a right back, and Luis Nunez. I don't, because I think the entire Madrid game depends on the entire Madrid game depends on who the right back is. You stop Vinicius, you stop. Yes, there is Mbappe, there is Bellingham, there is Rodrigo. But as a general rule of thumb, you stop Vinicius, you stop Madrid. I bloody pray that Leyton Orient should not score now. That would be a disaster. No one's answering our prayers this season. That's there as well. I'm just thinking, who is gonna track Jude Bellingham? Yes, I know their defense is shit, but our attack is also shit. No creativity in midfield. But who's gonna track Jude Bellingham? I mean, can you imagine Ruben Diaz against Mbappe? I think Kusanov needs to play that Madrid game. Nico Riley, Jack Grealish. Wonderful tackle that by Kusanov there. Nico Riley, in fact. Gautam says, well, last 3 years the winner of this bout has won the UCL. Gautam, I think you can make it last. Yes, not 4 years, last 3 years, right? Last 3 years. And De Bruyne has come on, but who's going off? Phil Foden's come on, De Bruyne has come on. McAtee is off. He did his best, James McAtee, but just couldn't do anything. Nico O'Reilly is off. This is interesting. Foden's come on, De Bruyne's come on. Nico O'Reilly is off. What does that mean? Who is gonna play left back then? Maybe it's a three at the back system. I don't know. The only wonder in the last three seasons, Leyton Orient are on an attack. It's a goal kick. The only wonder, Gautam, is how has this matchup not been an UCL final till now? City against Real Madrid. How has this matchup not been a UCL final right now? And also, every alternate season, we have got the better of them. One season, that Bernabeu thing where we lost in the last minutes. This our treble winning season, then last season they got the better of us. So, but this season you just don't know. But then even the winner of this tie is not sure to progress beyond the round of 16, because in the round of 16 you will most probably get Atletico Madrid, and look at how Atletico Madrid are playing in La Liga. They are on a different plane altogether. Gautam just they want 2 matches at least to cash in. Perfect. That's the thing. Very true. They want 2 matches to cash in. That is true. Kevin De Bruyne along with Omar Marmoush. It will be very, very interesting. De Bruyne on the ball. De Bruyne to Grealish. City are ramping up the pressure here. Kushano just looks so comfortable playing high and defending large amount of space. Remember, it's straight penalties. I don't think there'll be extra time. I'm not sure again of the rules, but I think there'll be no extra time. Or will there be a replay? I don't know. Let me just search. There is extra time and then penalties, but there is no replay. Kevin De Bruyne does very well. I thought he's Ortega saves very well over there. Stephen Ortega saves very well under the cosh. It's a corner for Leyton Orient now. This is just getting me mad. This is just getting me impatient. City have 23 attempts, 9 on target. They were 10 attempts, 3 on target, but anyway. Omar Marmoush does absolutely very well there. That's a card. That's a card. It's clearly chopped him down. That's a red card. That's a bloody red card. Seventy-seven minutes gone. Can we find something? Pep Guardiola in the press conference said you're going to struggle in this game. Rico Lewis. Bernardo Silva does well. That was a great run from Rico Lewis. Cristiano. Can we do something? And it is gone! Oh, what a run! King Kevin! the unheralded prince of City. Wow, King Kevin turns up on the big occasions. What a run by Kevin and what a finish by Kevin. Wow, 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 what a finish. The great Kevin De Bruyne had to decide this match, and that in itself tells you how well Leyton Orient have played. This the goal which De Bruyne has scored for me is just a tribute to how well Leyton Orient have played. That's all. What a run, what a finish that is. That is the finish of a world class star. That's a finish of a legend. That's a finish of the best midfielder that has ever played the English game and one of the top three midfielders ever in European football, in world football. Gautam, it had to be him. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, KDB, it had to be him. And that's a tribute in itself, Gautam, to how well Leyton Orient have played. Because if a player like Kevin De Bruyne have to decide the match for us, it just shows you how well Leyton Orient have played, how organized they were, to be honest. What a poor header from Ikai Gundogan. My foot. De Bruyne again wins the ball back. Fell forward and had to play in Marmoush, to be honest. Savio was the wrong pass from Foden again. If he played in Marmoush, the counter attack was on, but Ikai Gundogan fell forward and Bernardo Silva fell forward and Rico Lewis. Good pass back. That's a corner for City. City are on the front foot. You can see Leyton Orient players are tired. I think that goal from De Bruyne would have just. That was an impossible goal, to be honest. You just cannot defend that. There were some goals. I mean, I think 2 seasons ago when we won the treble, we were 1-0 down against Real Madrid. Vinicius Junior scored a beauty, and then De Bruyne scores a goal where Courtois was like, "What the fuck was that?" Unstoppable that goal for me. This goal is also unstoppable. How do you what waste of a corner that is? Again, how do you concede a counter attack from a corner again? Rico Lewis. Great ball, great switch to Jack Grealish, to be honest. Well caught by the keeper there. To score one more for this game to end, to be honest, because Leyton Orient are not the ones to give up. But the assist to De Bruyne was special as well. Jack Grealish, we must not forget that. That's why I think you put Grealish in the middle and suddenly you'll see a different sort of a player there. Offside. Very well played, the offside trap. This match is still tense. It's absolutely very tense. Rico Lewis. It's a free kick to City. For a moment, I was afraid over there, but yeah. Bernardo Silva goes off, and I think Leyton Orient are also making some substitutions, but a very nervy match, a very tense match, to be honest. Overall, it was a match that just thought, I mean, how worse can we get? How much shittier can it get? I honestly feel FA Cup is our best chance of silverware this season, and if we can win an FA because Champions League, especially with Nico Gonzalez gone, I was hopeful that we sign people in January and then we can go into the Champions League knockouts and stuff. But now Nico Gonzalez, like Gautam mentioned, is out for the next month almost. So think the FA Cup could be our best chance of silverware. I know this star has not been finished, but still. Not a good kick from Ortega, one of the worst kicks, in fact, that it has put Leyton Orient straight to counter attack. What the fuck was that kick from Stefan Ortega over there? What the fuck was that? Our keeper has the ball and suddenly they're on the counter attack. Ah, ah, I just missed for Leyton Orient for a moment. I thought that was in. That's what Bernardo was still into Stefan Ortega. What the hell was that quick kick? The kick from Stefan Ortega. You cannot kick the ball in the middle of that unless the striker is making a run. When the opposition team has reset, you have to always kick it onto the sides. Just cannot kick it in the center like he's done right now. Cannot kick it in the center. Clock is ticking down very slowly. 87 minutes. That's a foul on Omar Marmoush. I think it's another yellow. And the Leyton Orient player is what? Look at how threatening Marmoshi is in these situations. Yes, has been fouled a couple of times, but in general, he, he's just superb in these kind of situations. Why can't we just keep the ball? And Stones just kicked it out. What the panic is that? What the hell is that? That is superbly covered by Kusanov. This match was so tense. Kick it! What the hell are we even doing right now? It's a Leyton Orient free kick now. I bet there'll be at least 5 more minutes of added time. I bet. The Leyton Orient keeper is coming up as well. That was an open goal for Leyton Orient, but he's missed it. City survived. City survived by the skin of their teeth. That was an open goal. That was a bloody brilliant free kick. That was an open goal. The Leyton Orient player missed it. That was a bloody open goal. We won the lottery here in this match. But then on the fair side of play, you can say Gundogan missed an open goal as well. So yeah, I'll have that luck. They are just playing long ball football, and we're absolutely struggling to deal with that. Savio Grealish does very well. Grealish is the master of these games. Gave the ball to Grealish. Gave the bloody ball to Grealish right now. Grealish is a master of these games. Everyone's panicking. Everyone's kicking out. Bernardo's kicking out. It just seems that we're watching a classic championship game here. Long throw-ins. Mate, you need to be playing. That is an excellent block. That is wonderful defending from City. And Omar Marmoush can run now. Omar Marmoush is the best in situations like this. Look at Omar Marmoush go. Look at Omar Marmoush go there. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne there. Kevin De Bruyne slips. That's a corner. Wow, look at Omar Marmoush carry the ball in those situations. Wow, wow, wow. I know we didn't score the goal, but Omar Marmoush was brilliant there. Absolutely devastating on the counter. Look at it, how he escaped 2-3 defenders. Absolute wow, but that last phase of play was just. It is just so tense. Please play a short corner, Foden. It's a City throw in again. Very tough match, I would say. Look at Pep Guardiola shaking his head. You would think he is the losing manager there. That's a throw in for City. Bernardo Silva is the first to sprint to it. And that is a throw into City, and that should be that, I think. Oh, what an almighty scare this was. Kick it long, Stefan, and the referee blows his whistle. this is just a tribute to Leyton Orient rather than joy that we won. It's a tribute to how well Leyton Orient played that Pep Guardiola had to bring on Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden, two of the best midfielders in the Premier League right now and in European football right now to save the game. The goal that Kevin De Bruyne scored, all of these attributes to how well Leyton Orient played. At last, Gautam, at last we won. Get ready for a couple of heart attacks, Gautam, in the Real Madrid game. Just imagine, just imagine how tough will it be defending against Real Madrid if against Leyton Orient we are doing this. But I just have a feeling that Kushanov needs to start against Real Madrid. He's is quick. I think he's the quickest we have got. After him is Akanji, but I just think Kushanov looks ready to play those big games. He just looks that type, he just looks unfazed by the pressure because he came into a pressure situation, 1-0 down, they were pumping long balls at him. This was classic championship football on a Saturday evening where they were physical onto his face and Kushanov seemed to love it. I would take the punt and start Kushanov probably against Real Madrid. Why this is more questions than answers. Why just to understand it, you need to look at Pep Guardiola's face at 94th minute, sort of when they just before they blew the whistle, 30 seconds to go, and the camera zoomed into Pep's face, and you would think City are losing. You would think we have lost. Pep's face, I haven't seen Pep's face so abysmal. Not when we lost 4-0 to bloody Spurs as well, even. Pep's face was abysmal. He knows a lot of questions than answers. Nico Gonzalez, like Gautam said, it seems he'll be out for at least 20 days. I think I would put a month. Oscar Bob suffered a fresh injury, it seems. Uh, some ankle injury, like Gautam said. I've seen it. They're saying ankle injuries. Oscar Bob injured again. Just as we are thinking everyone's coming back fit, and suddenly again reverse loop. It's going in a reverse loop. Everyone is getting injured. Bayajit says Kushanov can run Vinny Ragged. Exactly, Bayajit. Kushanov's pace, they say he's rapid. They say his top speed is 36, 37 kilometers per hour last season at Lens. They say that his speeds can be compared with Olympians. So yeah, but the problem here is Bayajit. If only Vinicius Junior was there, you put Kushanov on Vinicius Junior and that's it. You have to deal with an Mbappe, you have to deal with a Vinicius Junior, and you have to deal with a Rodrigo, and then you also have to deal with Jude Bellingham, and then you also have to deal with Luka Modric. Their defense might be shit, but look at their attack. Who is going to handle the pace of the front three? Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. Wow. I do not trust Ruben Diaz against Kylian Mbappe. My God, that pace and movement will be too fast for Ruben Diaz. You probably would want Manuel Akanji in there against Kylian Mbappe. Akanji can somehow handle that pace. I think that Madrid tie will be very interesting. But what I've seen, I thought this match would be cool. We'll win 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 5-1, and then we can prepare for Madrid. I thought we'll see some brilliant glimpses of Nico Gonzalez. We could talk wax lyrical about him, how he could be the next Busquets, how he could be the perfect player to play alongside Rodri. But I'll tell one thing about Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez is there's an article about this in Athletic as well, but I think Nico Gonzalez is built to play alongside Rodri. He's not built to replace Rodri, but I think he's the perfect build to play alongside Rodri. Just imagine Rodri and Nico Gonzalez, like a few of you pointed out, in that midfield. Two tall, 6 feet 2, 6 feet 3 inch players, wonderful counter pressers, wonderful at anticipating danger. it will be a treat. But that's for next season. Like you said, more questions than answers. Why this is nothing to lose anyway with this midfield. If we go out to Real Madrid, there's no shame. The only thing where it hurts a bit, Payaji, is that knowing that this season, if we had probably recruited in the summer, we had the chance of winning the title. We had the chance of winning the title. This season we had the chance of, because Arsenal's not good and no one's putting pressure on Liverpool. You've seen, if you put pressure on Liverpool, they'll drop points. And you look at the Champions League teams, Bayern not in a good moment, Madrid not in a good moment. So if you had recruited well in the summer, we maybe would have had more chances of winning the Champions League, the Premier League, and this FA Cup, another treble chance. And this season's Champions League is, I think, one of the most open Champions Leagues I've seen in a while. Because last season as well, Bayern was strong, Madrid was strong, Inter was strong. This season, I do not see a particular team that is strong. Madrid has its weaknesses in transition, Bayern in transition under Vincent Kompany. Uh, Bayern not at the best. Juventus still finding their feet under Thiago Motta. Motta, they seem to be losing more. I mean, drawing more games than winning. Inter not having that kind of a charm as in the last 2 3 seasons. Liverpool not actually tested under Arne Slot. So you see, it's really open. The Champions League is open. Champions League is very open. So called the elite 3 4 teams. Barcelona just don't know under Hansi Flick. Seems like you could get at them. So the season's soft. It's just that we haven't recruited well. Bayaji says we need to look every game from now on to prepare for the next season. No point playing has been true by Ajit. True, true, true. No point playing has been, but such is, such is the mind. That every time you want to focus on the now, the future, and it just takes you back a glimpse into it could have been. Because I look at the title race this season and Arsenal's dropping points, Liverpool literally no one's challenged them well. Otherwise, I could easily see them drop points. It's not like they're playing particularly well at the top level. So you just go to those have beens, but yeah, no point in going there, no point in going to a place where you cannot do anything. Instead, I think from now on, I think secure top four. For me, the agenda is win the FA Cup. Champions League, I don't know what will happen against Madrid, but win the FA Cup. I think that win the FA Cup at top four. I think we get both of them. I'll be very happy. For me, this season is success. Win the FA Cup, and suddenly you had more successful in your worst season. You were more successful than Mikel Arteta was successful in Arsenal's best season in 22 years or whatever, finishing second this season, last season, season before. So I think win the FA Cup should be the motto. Winning the FA Cup. Gautam says, when will Echeverry come? I think Feb. I mean, this is Feb. I think Feb second week or sometime. That's what has been stated. Feb second week. Gautam says, just don't wear this jersey, please. If I'm not wrong, against Finewood as well, it was this. Against Brighton, I remember it was this jersey. Against Spurs, was it this jersey? I don't know. Against Brighton, it was this jersey for sure. Against Everton, it was this jersey. Against Crystal Palace, it was this jersey. Against Finewood, it was this jersey. Against Sporting Lisbon, it was this jersey. This season, whenever we have been humiliated, it was this jersey. The designers told this was a retro jersey to take you into the past, and the players literally want to make it real. They really want to take you in the 90s, in the past, and replicate how we were playing then. My, my God! But what? I mean, this game was, the heart was pounding. My heart was literally pounding in this game. On if we can, there was a moment when I thought especially towards the end of the first half, that maybe it was real. We could maybe be crashing out of the FA Cup. We cannot do that because we need to protect our treble. It's not just United's treble now; it's our treble as well. We need to protect it from another team doing it. And the league, we cannot do anything. Hands are tied. The Champions League, the hands are tied again. It's FA Cup is what we have where we can protect it. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining me. Again, it was very refreshing to come back with no streams in the past 2 weeks, but it was very refreshing to come back and chat with you guys, and it was a wonderful experience again watching the match with you guys. I mean, the match had all the emotions, joy that Nico was playing, anxiousness on how long he'll be injured, grief that we were losing, anger and frustration that we were losing, finally that we relief that we somehow made it through, and then again the anxiousness that what will happen against Real Madrid. Anyway, guys, enjoy the Saturday and